I stand here, with the wind whistling around my ears, shivering almost beyond control, feeling the pain and the cold and the consternation, I realise that the only sense that has not returned to me is my sense of self. As if I inhabit the body of a stranger, in whose uncharted waters I have been washed up in blind ignorance. And with that comes something dark. Neither memory nor recollection, but a consciousness of something so awful that I have no desire to remember it, even if I could. Something obscured by... what? Fear? Guilt? I force myself to refocus. Away to my left I see a cottage, almost at the water's edge. A stream, brown with peat, washes down from hills that lift beyond it, cutting a curving path through smooth sand. Headstones rise up from a manicured green slope, higgledy-piggledy behind barbed wire fencing and a high stone wall. The ghosts of centuries, watching from the silence of eternity as I stagger across the sand, feet sinking nearly ankle-deep in its softness. A long way off to my right, on the far shore, beside a caravan just above the beach, I see a figure, standing in silhouette, sunlight spilling down from the hills beyond. Too far away to discern sex or size or form. Hands move up to a pale face, elbows raised on either side, and I realise that he or she has lifted binoculars to curious eyes and is watching me. For a moment, I am tempted to shout for help, but know that even had I the strength, my voice would be carried off by the wind. So I focus instead on the path I see winding off through the dunes to the dark ribbon of metalled single-track road that clings to the contour of the near shore as it snakes away beyond the headland. It takes an enormous effort of will to wade through the sand and the spiky beach grass that binds the dunes, staggering up the narrow path that leads between them to the road. Momentarily sheltered from the constant battering wind, I lift my head to see a woman coming along the road towards me. She is elderly, steel-grey hair blown back in waves from a bony face, skin stretched tight and shiny over bold features. She is wearing a parka, hood down, and black trousers that gather over pink trainers. A tiny yapping dog dances around her feet, little legs working hard to keep up, to match her longer strides. When she sees me, she stops suddenly, and I can see the shock on her face. And I panic, almost immediately overwhelmed by the fear of whatever it is that lies beyond the black veil of unremembered history. As she approaches, hurrying now, concerned, I wonder what I can possibly say to her when I have no sense of who or where I am, or how I got here. But she rescues me from the need to find words. "Oh my God, Mr. McLean, what on earth has happened to you?" So that's who I am. McLean. She knows me. I am suffused by a momentary sense of relief. But nothing comes back, and I hear my own voice for the first time, thin and hoarse, and almost inaudible even to myself. "I had an accident with the boat." The words are no sooner out of my mouth than I find myself wondering if I even have a boat. But she shows no surprise. She takes my arm to steer me along the road. "For heaven's sake, man, you'll catch your death. I'll walk you to the cottage." Her yappy little dog nearly trips me up, running around between my feet, jumping at my legs. She shouts at it, and it pays her not the least attention. I can hear her talking, words tumbling from her mouth, but I have lost concentration, and she might be speaking Russian for all that I understand. We pass the gate to the cemetery, and from this slightly elevated position, I have a view of the beach where the incoming tide dumped me. It is truly enormous, curling shallow fingers of turquoise lying between silver banks that curve away to hills that undulate in cut-out silhouette to the south. The sky is more broken now, the light sharp and clear, clouds painted against blue in breathless brushstrokes of white and grey and pewter, moving fast in the wind to cast racing shadows on the sand below.